Michael, a lot of your peers are already throwing in the towel and sending some students home. Do you think you need to be doing more by way of COVID response?
Well, thanks, Sonali. I mean, one, this notion of open versus closed, we're a 24/7 institution. We never close, ever. All we do is change our operating parameters. We've got hundreds of active research groups involved in all kinds of things, more than 150 just in COVID-related stuff. And what we've done the last few months is built several tools that allow us to do the best that we can to manage the institution effectively as we're moving through the virus. We don't think the virus is going anywhere. We don't think that it's going to move very much. It's going to be here for a very long time, and we've got to figure out how to run the institution, and that's what we're doing and what we're trying to do.
With so many people going online now, too, I'm wondering what that could do to reduce the cost of education. Are you thinking about more cheaper options for people?
Well, we already have over 50,000 in full immersion, digital immersion degrees. Then we've got 75,000 that are in campus immersion in a highly modified technology enhanced learning environment. So those costs for our full digital immersion are quite a bit lower, and we're advancing those into the market and doing very well. We're seeing a 25% growth rate year over year on that, and that growth rate is accelerating through the high quality degrees that we're offering, including STEM degrees. So we can see some cost savings as we go forward in our new modalities using technology, but they also have allowed us to lower the rate with which the costs have been increasing, and we've been very effective at that.
Michael, I'm interested in, as you say, the focus on STEM, the focus of getting high education levels for those that study with you. How worried are you about the end jobs market that they currently go in, and how are you helping them set up to be the best person to get a job when perhaps the market is under stress?
So demand for college graduates, even post-COVID, is like off the charts. I mean, we're back to a sub 8% unemployment rate for college graduates. We have over 10,000 organizations recruiting here just with us at ASU. We're working in new digital formats. We're working to produce internships in new modalities. And so it's all about adaptation and adjustment. Again, we don't think the virus is going away, even when management is enhanced through a vaccine. We still think it'll be a very complicated virus for the foreseeable future. Thus, we have to change and adapt to everything we're doing with every tool that we can build, which is what we've been doing.
And so when we talk about some of the longer term trends here, then it sounds like that some of the adjustments that we're making with regards to some virtual classes and other sort of, I guess, distance type of learning, is this something that is going to be more of a permanent feature in higher education going forward?
Yes, we definitely see it as permanent. We now believe that we have 3 fully functional learning modalities. We have full immersion on campus technology enhanced learning, which can be highly adjustable. We have full immersion synchronous Zoom enhanced learning, and then we have digital immersion asynchronous online learning. So now as we look forward, we now see that gives us several orders of magnitude more opportunity than we had in the past. And we do see this now as a new approach to enhancing higher education outcomes, lowering costs, enhancing reach, enhancing success across the broad society that we live in. And so we're very excited about what these 3 platforms now give us.
Michael, in the spirit of Jobs Day, I'm wondering if you feel that this generation has the skills they need. I think there's a little bit of talk around whether we're going too far into STEM and devaluing liberal arts. What are the skills that people need in the next generation?
Well, the hottest thing in the market right now is an English or a philosophy major who can code. And so that tells you that, and we've had people come back to us from the private sector, big software companies, global software companies, who say that the employees are now demanding to know something other than how to code or other than how to do AI work. Can you give us some philosophy degrees and so forth and so on? So we're of the view that the technology platforms that we've been building will allow everyone that wants to broaden their educational framework rather than narrow it. So you want to be a computer science major and an English major? Great, we can do that, and we can do that easily. You want to double major in philosophy and in electrical engineering? No problem. We've got people double majoring now in lyric, opera, and biochemistry, because we're able to do that now with the systems that we have. So what we see is that this is going to be a new trajectory for us.
So I want to ask you about what's going on in America right now in terms of inequality also. How do you make sure that in this remote environment, you're getting a diverse base of people coming into Arizona State and coming out of Arizona State into the workforce?
So we worked really hard to make certain that our student body is representative of the totality of socioeconomic diversity. It is. That took us 10 years to figure out how to do that. We have to break down all financial barriers, which we've been doing. We have to change the operating parameters and the margin position of the university so we can reinvest that margin as a public university into making sure that we're accessible. We have to move all those things as a functional way in which the public university works. And so it's all about repurposing and enhancing the ability of the university to operate with a technological underpinning that then allows us to overcome all of these accessibility issues. And we're demonstrating that model, and we think that it can be very effective, very effective.